The Apex delegation stood motionless as they watched the human consume their sacred offering. Ambassador Tom chewed thoughtfully on the crab leg, cracking the exoskeleton with his molars before extracting the sweetmeat inside. The four alien representatives, tall, spindly creatures with iridescent exoskeletons, shittered nervously among themselves. "You, eat these?" The lead delegate, who called himself Green, finally asked. His translator struggled with the concept, adding a distinct tone of horror to the question. Tom nodded, wiping butter from his chin. "Absolutely. Blue crabs are a delicacy where I'm from. We catch them by the bushel." The diplomatic mission to Earth had been going well until dinner was served. What humans considered a normal seafood feast had thrown the entire alien contingent into shocked silence. Green's antennae twitched rapidly, but they are hunters. Apex hunters of the shallow seas. "Well, sure," Tom replied, cracking another leg. "They'll eat anything they can catch. But we're better hunters." The truth was, humanity had never considered itself particularly special in the galactic community. When first contact occurred 5 years ago, Earth had been excited but not particularly surprised. The universe was vast. Intelligent life had to exist somewhere. What had surprised everyone was the aliens' reaction to humanity. The Galactic Council, as they called themselves, consisted of 17 species spread across 32 star systems, and not a single one of them ate predators. Admiral Kell wishes to speak. Green stepped aside as another delegate approached. This one wore ornate armor that appeared to be made from polished stone. "Your dietary habits disturb us, human Tom," Admiral Kell stated flatly. "On all council worlds, we consume only that which does not hunt. To eat a hunter is taboo." Tom set down his crab mallet. Clearly, this dinner had greater implications than he'd anticipated. As Earth's junior ambassador to the Galactic Council, he'd been briefed about cultural differences, but nobody had mentioned food taboos. "Perhaps we should discuss this further," Tom suggested, pushing his plate aside. Back at the Council headquarters, a massive orbital station in neutral space, the news of humanity's eating habits spread quickly. Humans ate sharks. Humans ate lions. Humans even ate other apex predators, like wolves and bears, when the occasion called for it. But most shocking of all, humans farmed predators specifically for consumption. "You raise these chickens solely to eat them?" asked Director Blue, a methane breather from a gas giant moon. "And they hunt and kill smaller creatures?" "Well, they're omnivores," explained Linda, Tom's superior and Earth's senior ambassador. "They eat seeds and plants, but also insects and small animals." "And you consume their offspring before they even hatch?" Admiral Kell demanded, his stone armor clacking as he shifted uncomfortably. Linda sighed. "Yes, we eat their eggs." The council chambers erupted in chittering and hissing. During the 3-day emergency session that followed, humanity learned several important things about their galactic neighbors. Every sentient species in the council had evolved from prey animals, herbivores, and filter feeders, whose ancestors had developed intelligence as a defense against predation. Not a single council race had evolved from a predator species. And they were terrified of humanity. "It's simple evolutionary psychology," Dr. Marcus explained during the closed human delegation meeting. "They see us as super predators, creatures that hunt and eat other predators. From their perspective, we're monsters." "But we're omnivores," Linda protested. "We eat plants too." "Doesn't matter," Marcus replied. "In their evolutionary history, nothing ever ate predators. The concept doesn't exist in their cultural framework. It's like cannibalism to them, but worse." When the emergency session reconvened, the council presented their decision. Earth would be granted provisional membership status, but all human representatives were required to adhere to a strict herbivorous diet during official functions. Tom stood before the assembled council delegates, cleared his throat, and launched into humanity's prepared response. "With all due respect, we cannot accept these terms. Humanity's dietary choices are part of our biological and cultural heritage. While we respect your taboos, we cannot pretend to be something we're not." Admiral Kell's armored carapace rattled in what the humans had learned was disapproval. "Then what do you propose, human Tom?" A cultural exchange, Tom replied. We invite council representatives to Earth to learn why humans eat what we eat. In return, we'll study your cultural food practices and find common ground. 6 months later, the first cultural exchange expedition arrived on Earth. The alien delegates were horrified by slaughterhouses, but fascinated by sustainable fishing. They recoiled at barbecues, but appreciated vegetarian cuisine. The breakthrough came during a visit to a small organic farm in Iowa. You care for these creatures? Asked Green, watching a farmer tend to his free-range chickens. Of course, the farmer replied. They give us eggs and meat. In return, we provide protection, medical care, and a good life. It's a relationship as old as civilization. Something clicked in the alien understanding. The concept of predator and prey coexisting in mutual benefit was revolutionary to them. Not because it couldn't exist in their worlds, but because fear had prevented them from seeing it. 1 year after the crab dinner incident, the Galactic Council revised their position. Humanity would be granted full membership, with one condition. All predator species consumed by humans must be respected and acknowledged for their sacrifice. As Tom attended the formal ceremony marking Earth's admission, he couldn't help but smile at the small plaque now required at all official dinners involving humans. It read simply, "We honor those who hunted, that we might live." The council representatives still wouldn't eat predator meat, but they had learned to sit at the same table while humans did. A small step for interspecies diplomacy and a giant leap for understanding. In the vast darkness of space, humanity had discovered something profound. Even the ultimate hunters could become prey, and even prey species could learn to understand hunters. It was, perhaps, the most human lesson of all.